In the sky, it's a bird, it's a plane. Flying high, I emerge through the flames. Have no fear, I'm here, so stand back. Melanin activate, the name is super black. In the sky, it's a bird, it's a plane. Flying high, I emerge through the flames. Have no fear, I'm here, so stand back. Melanin activate, the name is super black. Imagine that, a future that's super black. Long as your skin brown, your superpowers intact. What would your powers be? Just hope it ain't super whack. Spatial manipulation, create a portal that's black. Maybe just super speed, time travel to run it back. Or cheat manipulation to keep my spirit intact. As I encounter evils the world face, demons the world makes. I'm needed, the world at stake. Rest in peace to Chadwick, they killed all the Black Panthers. Panthers told us white lies, I still marvel at black answers. Suits in DC, pray it lead to a civil war. It ain't no Justice League, what's the need to be civil for? Propelled like the juggernaut, it's clear ain't no stopping this. The world in grave danger, who can stop the apocalypse? They killed all the heroes, the new ones don't really care. But if you need me, put your fist up in the air. Yeah, in the sky it's a bird, it's a plane. Flying high, I emerge through the flames. Have no fear, I'm here, so stand back. Melanin activate, the name is super black. In the sky, it's a bird, it's a plane. Flying high, I emerge through the flames. Have no fear, I'm here, so stand back. Melanin activate, the name is super black.
Hey everybody, it's your man on the wall, Chris Fury, back for another episode of Blerd's Eye View. Thank you for tuning in. I hope everyone is keeping warm because apparently across the other 49 states, it's cold as hell. And if it's not cold, you're buried in cold. Sorry, Texas, you're iced over for some reason. Anyway, if this is your first time here, thank you for tuning in, and show your love on the YouTube channel as well. By hitting that like, subscribe, and that notification bell, you know, all that great stuff. You can also check us out on Always Press Record, that's APR TV, where you can find that on Roku and Amazon devices, where you can find our other past episodes as well, because soon, not only are we on streaming services now, but soon we'll be getting some ad space too, so your peoples is coming up in the world. So thank you for all of that. But show your love everywhere you listen to us on your podcast, or you can also watch us live like you're doing here and on the YouTube channel once again. But let's get going because, you know, I'm just now getting warmed back up because I had to go outside. But we're going to do it a little differently. Grill the Horror, what's happening?
What it do? How you doing?
Yeah, yeah, you're right, Spartan. Somebody needs to apologize to Mother Nature. I don't know how they managed to piss her off in all 50 states, but yeah.
That is very crazy that's been happening. Like, it's not about even a regional thing. It's like, okay, I'm just gonna roll through all y'all almost at the same time. Nah,
it's
global
as
warming
if
isn't real.
It's as if they didn't listen to Al Gore when he said it the first time. I don't know.
Man, bear, pig. Hello.
He said it all wrong. Black Spartans in the building.
Yeah, somebody need to apologize to Mother Nature. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah,
the South isn't built for snow, and we got it.
Y'all not.
You're
probably gonna be off for school for a whole week.
We are a warm people. This is not us.
Tell me about it.
But I'm sure Obi loved it.
Oh, he tried to eat the snow. He's good.
Of course. Of course.
Lady Mandalore.
Yeah.
Mando.
Hello. How are you? Can you hear me?
Yeah. You're a little low. Just a little low.
Little low voice.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
I love that realization kicked in like shit.
Like, oh, sorry, go ahead.
So it's a special day today, not because, you know, we get 2 hours of talking trash and having fun, but it's our very own Game Master's birthday. So happy birthday, Navy!
Hey everybody, what's going on?
What's happening?
Man, 55 trips around the sun. I am so blessed. And people left me the fuck alone on the negative side because I got nothing but love all day.
Oh, people don't understand when you start getting there to a certain point, like after 40, you're just like
reach.
Yeah.
And a friend of mine hooked me up with these today.
Nice.
Nice.
I did not realize I had never had this one before, and I was like, "Oh, these are ones I don't have, so let's go." Mm-hmm. Yes,
I'm glad you showed that 2099. I'm glad you showed that. That was a special time. The 2099 AD era was a very special time.
It was beautiful. It was beautiful.
And it gave us a mainstay in Miguel O'Hara.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
He gave us a fuck it version of the X-Men where they were like, nah, kiss my ass.
Oh,
I
yeah.
don't care about none of y'all anymore. Okay.
Oh yeah.
Cyclops was so awesome in that one.
Yeah.
Right?
That version of X-Men, when I first read it, I'm like, oh, we here now. Mess with them if you want to.
Can I say congratulations to Lady Mandalore for her comic show on Sunday? Absolutely fucking stellar. Girl, you nailed it. I was so proud of you. I was like, and you was like, I swim on my own. It's like, girl, you had a surfboard with a motor on it. You was cruising. Okay.
Thank you.
It was cool. I had to watch it back because I was out with the Queen, and as I watched it back, I'm like, oh, this is nice. I like this.
She did such a good job. I'm so proud.
Yeah, she did.
I love
she did.
I'm so proud. So
Thank
yeah.
you. Shush.
She
Thank
definitely,
you.
she definitely entertained and educated, and I forgot the third one.
Enlightened.
Enlightened.
There you go.
Yep.
Thank y'all.
And lovely when you're on.
Thank you, Chrissy. Thank you.
After 40, I found myself completely.
Wait.
That's the name.
That's
Hold
new.
up, I got you.
Yeah,
I got
that's
you.
the
1, 2,
name.
3, maybe. We got you.
Let's go. I need 2 of them.
Oh,
I gotta reach out to
So
my
we could-
boys. I gotta reach
So
out
we
to
could
my
definitely
boys.
give one to honestly, because this is definitely for her.
Oh, I'm gonna reach out to my boys so I can get one for everybody because that way we can just be like
Yeah, we
1,
need
2. Fuck it.
Oh yeah. Oh,
that's
yeah.
that's the thing right there. Get a
We need to do
screenshot
that
and
to
snap
fuck
it
the
up.
algorithm too.
We need one.
That's
Oh
true.
my god. How other than being freezing cold because my pup found out the hard way. I'm like, oh yeah, can't play out here today, can you?
Wait a minute.
Unless you got a husky.
I want to go pee.
Yeah,
I don't want to go pee. Just get in
Right.
the corner and
that
pray.
little leg came up. I'm like, this ain't like the last time, is it? Oh no, this is frigid. I got
Father.
windshield wiper fluid that was just like, I'm not even coming out today.
Windshield what? Wiper who?
Use the snow that's on the windshield. Use that.
All I gotta say, it's a perfect time to be a tow truck.
That
What's
part.
going on? What's going on?
Absolutely.
I want to
What's
shout
going
out.
on now?
I want to shout out the crew over at. I want to shout out Amaran over at Opulence Radio and the entire crew that helped me and Navy were a part of it as well. I came in pretty much clutch last minute,
As usual.
pulled it over the ranks. Get on, come on, let's go. But no, shout out to Savagely Humble, DC over What the Shit, Raw, Bet the House, who Eric G, Tara from Opinionated Sense, Laura. I missed
Goddess to a demon.
So we actually what was it? Was it 55 hours?
Yeah.
55
Nice.
hours.
Yeah, it was.
So
Wow.
yeah, I stayed on for 2.
Ooh.
I did my due dilegence.
I was
Well, they're trying to
more
go for a
than
new
2.
world record. They trying to break y'all.
So apparently what happened last year, because Guinness Book has a lot of rules, because they didn't have a continuous camera, I guess, on at least one person. That was a problem. I don't know the schematics, but
they're gonna pull semantics in there because we killed that shit last year.
It's 50 hours. It was 50 hours. It was 50. Allura just said it 50 hours.
It was, you know what? There we go. Bam.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't give it to you.
But this year was different, and this year we cleared it. So now they're ready. I was just like, jeez.
It's kind of like what's gonna be it now?
I kept asking, and I'm like, I might be out of town, which I was in and out. I was out of town, then I was out with the wife, and I was just busy. And then Monday, I was just like, I got a little time. I'm actually caught up with everything.
Nice. I don't know how that feels. Like what?
It was rare, and I was just like,
so proud.
Are you saying I have a couple hours left?
When you have nothing to do?
Yeah. I'm like promo one, everything's okay. Let's see. So jumped in, a lot of fun. Smash, I do not agree with your dictation that Drake can beat Yazin Bey, aka Mos Def, in a versus.
See, and that's why I didn't
Who
see
said that stupid shit?
absolutely fucking.
He did. I don't know if he said that on the podcast, but he said it in a post, and I said never.
Then that means he said it. That means that it don't matter where he said it. He said it.
I just sat there and was like, wow.
Yeah, I seen your response. I'm like Mos Def, lyricist.
Okay.
Mos Def.
This man.
I gotta say, Black Star, and you gonna say Lover Boy, and I wish I could stay sober, can beat them in the verses.
Can't hold a candle.
Wow.
Now when he came up with, if it was a versus between Lil Wayne and Drake against Black Star, and I'm like, okay, now we're talking something a little different, but still, you still got Lil Wayne against Mos Def.
That's what it is.
That's how it falls.
Why are we entertaining this? What is going on?
I found it entertaining. I found it entertaining because Smash is the one who he will stand by Ray J's album as the gospel, I guess. I don't know. Look,
no,
Lady Mandalore did the same exact thing me and DC said.
No, ain't no
DC
way.
was like, hold on, what?
Like what the deuce?
I'm not saying he had some hits, but like to be up there with the greats.
Let's be honest. You knew his credibility was questioned when he said he stands by a Ray J album. That right there have been like, sir, you can stop talking now.
That's like standing by, what is it? Nick Cannon's album. Like, what are we doing?
I can say Nick Cannon does a lot of stuff behind the scenes.
That's a fact, but
I can't say anything about album wise.
I'm just saying. So
look, even Nicole said it. She was like, Ray J.
Ray J.
I just said, yeah.
Ray.
Ray.
You gotta go, Ray J.
Ray J.
The full Soldier Boy, just the full denial shot. Just hey, let's hear say Jacquees.
When she said that, I just thought Ray. The man was. I'm like, yo. Only Soulja Boy can pull that stuff because that's to this day it's hilarious. It's still hilarious. Drake.
Just
Then he went on, and I'm like, wait a minute, stop. Can we go back?
Stop! You're hurting my feelings. Stop! No, you're not.
Shout out to Ayo Edebiri, Quinta Brunson, Niecy Nash, Ali Wong. As I like to call her, the Asian Angela Bassett. Y'all look at Ali Wong and see her in picture, and you be like, no, the features are there.
Yeah,
she looks like an Asian Angela Bassett. But they pulled off Emmys. Niecy Nash and Quinta Brunson's speeches.
I love them.
Nothing short of choking someone up. If you are a person of color, and or an ally, and just watching her give that Niecy Nash, watching her give that speech, and saying that she was glad to be a voice for every black and brown girl, and when she mentions over policed, and then she mentioned Sandra Bland, and I'm like, yo, and Breonna Taylor, I'm like, yes, we did not forget, and that was the part that like, yes, so,
and they didn't get played out by the band.
Yeah.
Bless you. Bless you.
I'm like, I heard it. Was that JoJo? That's JoJo. Yes.
That one on the end had a punch on it too. It's like, that's you.
Ow. Ordinary.
That's the one that hurt the chest. That third one hurt the chest.
That's the one that sent you down. You done pulled everything in your body. That speech from Niecy, Nicole says that speech from Niecy Nash touched something in her soul, especially the end.
Yeah,
exactly. We seen a video earlier in our group chat that I shared, and it basically had Io and Quinta's meeting backstage. And she was like, bitch, what the fuck? And I'm like, that was a wholesome kind of bitch, what the fuck? And it was nice. It's nice to see. It's nice to see Black excellence.
Yeah.
It's nice to see.
We see Black excellence all the time. It's nice to be acknowledged on a global scale.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah.
You know, especially Miss Edibiri's run right now, which I think it's blowing her mind right now.
If y'all are not watching The Bear, I ate that show in a single day, and I'm both
No pun intended.
In one day.
No pun intended.
I've been hearing stuff. Okay. I've been hearing stuff about it, but I don't know about it.
No, but no. Go.
It's
go.
It's a nice blend of drama and comedy and just the cooking industry in itself, and is just good tour. It's good storytelling. It's good storytelling.
Okay. Like if you didn't have if you didn't have any of those actors on there and you put that story out, it would still if you had good actors besides them, it would still be a good story to tell.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
I mean, you even got you even got the cast of Martin together to present an award.
Only one missing was Tommy. Tommy was
awesome.
the only one missing.
That was the only and Mr. Payne was the same. It's acting just like Cole. I'm like, yo, it's like you didn't break character. I just kept hearing rhythm spoons. That's all I kept hearing. But
we still don't know what Tommy did for a living, though. So we still,
still to this day, it's you know what? It's the secret that will never be solved, and you know how everybody came out with the origin of Logan of Wolverine.
Yeah,
it was like now it's just like one thing's for true, two things for certain. Uncle Ben always stays dead, and we still don't know what Tommy does for a living. And
that man's cover job had a better secret than Chadwick Boseman. You will never.
I can get a job. I can get a position down at the job.
You know
what do you do?
That part.
That was a double entendre.
You know, one thing a lot of people didn't realize, and I actually saw this on YouTube, is that when Quinta won her award, she was only the second Black woman to win the Outstanding Emmy.
Isabel Stanford was the last one.
And like 45 years or something like that.
It was about 43, 45 years ago, and they both reacted the same way. I didn't expect it, which kind of let you know
the same person.
Yeah.
Carol
so let's show the type of culture. Yeah, Carol Burnett was a presenter both times. I was
that was almost like the nail in everything, because I didn't even prepare anything, and then it's the Carol Burnett that's giving me this thing. She meets Tisha Campbell and Tashina Arnold backstage, and she's giving them praise, and it was like carry the torch. And I'm just like, Quinta, we watched you from He Got Money. And it's still crazy, and it did me proud to see someone come this far, and to have the impact in entertainment that she has,
and not have a toxic effect.
Exactly.
Because how many times we've seen YouTubers or Instagrammers or whatever who get that fame, and they don't know how to leave that circle to transition properly. This is what you've been looking for, and you still can't let go of the toxicity that you carry. So don't get mad when shit goes sideways.
You're right, Nicole. I honestly, when they said Carol Burnett, I'm like, she's still alive?
Oh yeah, Carol is still kicking.
I was like, she's still alive? Because she stays out of the limelight. And I'm like, I just assumed she was no longer with us. You know, so
you gotta ask that question though, like, y'all still alive? Okay, cool. We not in, so we just ain't seen in a while.
Her and Vicki Lawrence are the only two still left of the original crew.
Yes.
Harvey Korman and Tim Conway passed away.
Tim Conway was it Tim Conway? It wasn't that long ago. It really wasn't that long ago.
Yeah,
that they love, because Tim Conway and Harvey Korman, they were like mainstays here in Cleveland, like during the Big Chuck and Little John days, which is like their sketch. It was even those guys, they're retired basically. You know, sketch comedy showing B movies at night and everything else. So. There wasn't a time where you seen a sketch and Tim Conway was in the sketch. You know, because he had ties to Cleveland, so you can see that's a show you can watch. If you can find Carol Burnett clips on YouTube, watch that.
Forget it. I'm weak every time.
Like, you know how you watch Saturday Night Live and they do something and they break character. Yeah, all the time.
that was Tim's shtick. His job was to make sure that everybody else during the sketch would break. And y'all know Vicki Lawrence from Mama's Family. She always had this stern face and always looked. That woman broke so many times. She said, I could not be on the same stage with that man because it was impossible to keep a straight face. I'd say, yeah.
It was just one of those comedy greats, you know, that mainstays that, you know, it shows in their product, it shows in their whole outcome of everything and how everybody looks.
It's fun to break people on camera. It's fun to play. It's fun to break characters. It's fun to break them.
We know, Will.
I'm about to say, you would love that. You would love that.
I've had way too much.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm with him. I'm like, just that sketch can. Who was it? When Pedro Pascal was on Saturday Night Live, and Edo was acting like the sister, and she was cutting a really tough steak, and she was shaking the table was shaking, and he could not keep a straight face. The way she was going about it was like, I need some ketchup for my steak. I'm like, yo, she's just going through all the stereotypes right now. By the way, we really don't like our steaks that well done. That's just ridiculous.
No. Give me a little bit of pink in there.
My dad loves that.
Oh my god, that's chew. That's what that is. That's chew. That's kickback,
and not the comic book either. Okay.
No. It's like, yeah, put the rest up, because your jaws are tired, aren't they? You know?
That part.
Jeez. So
that's a lot of chewing. Well done. Just
right. So we got a little bit of news. We got just a little bit of news. So, with the success of What If on Disney Plus, Lucasfilm is rumored to be developing a What If inspired TV series for Star Wars.
I don't know how to feel about that. I don't know how to feel about that.
I don't think we need it.
No.
That's what we got visions for.
Yeah. We've got visions. We've got the video games. We've got the little cartoons that we have on the side that don't mean nothing to nobody. Why?
I'm conflicted.
No,
we've got comics. We've got different series. We've got story. We've got RPGs. And Star Wars has got 2 RPGs right now.
I'm gonna play devil's advocate on here because at first when I saw this, I was like, no. But then I was like, what if it was done well?
No. How about we just
no pun intended.
How about we just
more, bro?
Here's the reason why. Here's the reason why I say this. Here's the reason why I say this.
I'm waiting for this.
If you and again, if I'm alone this branch, I'm alone this branch.
I mean, you're in the back of the ship with the engines. I mean,
I'm frankly alone anyway.
I just like to hear the theory on this. I want to hear the theory on this.
No, it's just if they're going to do it, it would have to be very limited in whatever story you want to tell. Don't go for the obvious. Don't go for the fact of what if Anakin never turned. Don't go for that. That's the obvious story. Don't do it. Or don't go for what if Luke never challenged Darth Vader before Yoda said he was ready. Let's not do that story. Do something that's out of the norm that we would like to see done, but not a part of the obvious list, if that makes sense.
Like what if Han didn't clear 12 parsecs?
Or something of that nature.
What if he never got the Falcon back from Lando? Or if Lando never lost the Falcon in the first place?
Something of that nature. I would say, like I said, if it's something so specific that it garnishes interest, that I can see working that way. But like I said, it's going to be very limited in what you can go after without making it sound cheesy.
So what if the Wookiees were a part of Order 66?
Ooh.
Yeah.
I like that.
Actually, I do too.
I see you, Lady Mandalore.
But out of how many things y'all just described, did I go, oh, my interests are piqued?
That's okay. It's got.
That's what I'm saying.
But
though.
no, it's not a.
Chance at
I
the,
saw your hair
concept
flutter because
of-
your ears were moving. So
Thank
the same.
you. Give it
Look,
a chance. At
y'all
the
ain't
concept.
y'all.
Or I'll
ain't-
even go further. I'll go with Tafari. Tafari and Dilgaps are the same thing. Starkiller. Tell a Starkiller story.
Okay, how about this? How about this? How about we just tell a Starkiller story? How about we just do that? How about we just stick with the shit that we got into and tell complete stories before we start branching off into shit that don't mean anything? We already have 3 movies that do that. We don't need
that is what I call a Capricorn rant right there. I'm so proud. That is
again, I wouldn't be against that. But
if Lady Mandalore is on the same boat that I am, if we're going to tell it,
I'm not against that. But if you're going to do a what if series, you're going to have to, like I said, be specific. Be specific, but don't go for the obvious.
But I will say this: you have to be really careful though, because the way the Star Wars universe is, there are certain stories that you should not touch. There are certain characters that you should not touch. So the question would be, what kind of a what if story can you create if you've already established so many? Because it takes one off moment or something off the kilter, and you're going to piss off an entire fandom. You
can do that regardless.
You can do that regardless because
I know it's a damned if you do and damned if you don't. But
actually,
let's not make this worse. Let's not make this worse.
Isn't there a what if scenario from the books that was never covered?
Yes,
that's still being argued. I don't remember exactly.
I'm gonna do you one better, homie.
But I was gonna say, go ahead, lady, because I know you. I gave you what if the Wookiees were part of Order 66, which is not a bad spin. So if
that's
Lord
the look
forbid,
you get from your mama when you step in the kitchen while she's cooking.
if there was a story you wanted to do that was in the what if kind of world of Star Wars, what would it be?
Okay, the reason there's I don't think I can answer that, and the reason why I can't answer that is because there are so many, but so many legends, which is all Disney has not world of Star Wars yet, that are out there that they're slowly working into Star Wars. Everything that they're doing to me is a series of what if. Everything that they're doing from here on out is what if for me. That's why I'm like, relax, because you're branching off to things, and now you're going to have people going, oh, but what if we do this a little bit? No, how are you going to work that into the thing that we've got here? I know that we've shown you this, and you really wanted to go in this direction, but we have fucked off so much in this direction, we can't get back here without screwing up a whole bunch of other shit. That's this, for me, that's my point of view. Go ahead.
So just out of curiosity, how many people know about the Dark Droid story that's going on? That's the comic run in Star Wars right now.
I know about it.
I know about it too.
I haven't read I got too much shit in my head. I can't read the comics.
For those that know, Chris Navy, what if that was a movie?
I would be behind that.
I mean, it's
an
admirable.
idea.
It's admirable
to have a completely different enemy, but yet its main goal is not the goal everybody thinks it is. Its only goal is one individual.
If they don't do it according to the comics, that's one of those times I would honestly say alter the story a bit so that way it's more conducive. Because let's face it, not everybody can take a comic book story and accept it.
True.
We've seen that with Marvel. We've seen that with DC. So I would say tread carefully with that one.
But the premise,
I can see it working. I can see it working. No, I can see it working. I can see that. I really could.
But I'm just saying that's what I'm saying. That to me is different. Now I admit the whole what if thing should be dropped. Should it be called something else? Yes. But I mean, the possibility is there. But like I said, it has to be done in a certain way.
Let's see. Marvel calls it what if. DC calls it Elseworlds. Outer Edges. I don't know. Something like that, I suppose.
I leave it up to Filoni. He's smarter than me.
Filoni is just like, do you see this hat? Do you see this hat? Yes, sir. We're not doing any of it.
See, and I'm simple because if I had a what if story, I would love to see how they would do it. What if it were Leia on Tatooine instead of Luke?
Shut up, Nicole. Nicole.
What if could be? What if Leia went to Tatooine? Is that what you just
said? Yes. Exactly what I said. We're on the same wavelength.
You know what I was thinking? I was thinking of big fat dude Jabba. I was thinking of Leia rescuing Luke from Jabba instead of the other way around.
Oh, okay.
Well, the foundation would be what if it were Leia left on Tatooine to discover Obi-Wan, with Luke being part of wherever Leia was, being the royalty.
Right.
I think that would be rather compelling because when you see men and women juxtaposition, you see you can see a difference in how it's presented, especially when you see men of royalty who are of destiny, but they're more resistant to it. Where there are women of destiny, they don't quite question it, but they're still trying to find out where they fit. I think that whole chemistry would work pretty well.
I can see that.
And Darth Vader would be pink.
Vader would be
Vader would kind of
come on.
I got the one eye for the night. I met my quota.
That would be kind of iconic around that scene. Leia, I'm your father. And
I mean,
she'd be more intuitive to it. It's like I already knew that. I already knew that, nigga.
We can dead the whole thing by saying, what if the Christmas special actually happened and was canon?
Don't do that.
Wow.
Oh, now we don't want to talk about. Now we don't want to do it. Now it don't.
Wow.
Now it don't.
Listen, for me, my what if scenario would definitely have to do with something with Darth Maul. Okay, let Darth Maul actually kill Darth Sidious. That's just me. Okay, let's see how he would run the Empire.
What if we got more Night Sisters? I need.
What if the I got one
really
for you.
Give us some stories. Don't play with it. Give us some stories.
Don't play with it. Don't play with it. Don't play with it.
Hey, I got one for you from the Sith side. What if they just said F the rule of two?
They did. That's how it started with the rule 2 with Bane. Because before there were many acolytes and Bane wiped them out.
Oh crap! You're right. My bad.
So
you're right.
Actually, yeah, but that's a legend story because that was before they took over. So officially, that doesn't exist.
And I think,
let's go. We can do that though.
Either that or no, go ahead, Kira.
I think that's what they're about to do with the Acolyte series that they're about to bring up.
That's what I'm saying. I could see that happening. Like saying, like, all right, especially now if they're gonna do it in Rey's part of the timeline. Okay, because I don't know when the Acolyte actually takes place, so I could be talking way out my ass. But they took it in Rey's part of the timeline that they are now advancing Sith to be more than just a rule 2. That could happen. But if they do it within the Luke timeline when he's a young Jedi, that's a what if, but that's not a canon thing.
Right.
I think the Acolytes happens in the past, if I remember correctly. It's before Luke, Leia, and all of them.
It's going to set some groundwork.
Oh, this is about 1,000 years now that you think about it.
Yeah.
It's like okay.
It's setting.
I just don't know how that matches up with Bane's timeline.
They're going to. I think what they're doing. This is what I would like to think that they're doing currently, is that they're setting groundwork by telling some past stories that's going to make sense for future endeavors and even present things that's going on. So that way there's no confusion and Filoni has a very tight knit when it comes to storytelling.
Yeah.
It's very apparent, which is how he got the position that he's in now. So I would like to think, the conversation that we have about, telling these other stories that's outside of the Skywalker clan is what's needed, because let's face it, when we seen Rogue One, even though it ties into it, it was outside of the Skywalker clan, right?
Right.
So that's what we're just like, this is a good movie. We kind of see where this is going, but other than that, it's good. Outside of the storyline of the Skywalker clan, Even the Mandalorian, to a degree, is outside of the Skywalker clan. There's ties, but it's not using it as the base.
No, there's going to be a lot of offshoots from all this foundation work that they're making. They know that they can go anywhere, but they can't just jump to wherever they want to go. So,
True.
Which again is why I say we don't need a fucking what if.
We don't.
We do not need that shit right now. Calm down.
They are in the world. They are in a world. It's a world building stage that's been built but needs to be restructured. Is that
that I can agree with?
Yeah,
it kind of is not so much restructured, but reinforced.
It's got to be to where it'll make you care. If you're not caring and invested, you're not going to watch it.
That's the key phrase right there, to make you care. Because people are not as quick to follow a franchise or a story if they don't believe in it.
Pretty much.
People still want to believe in something. So
Tafari's comment.
Tafari got a point though. General Grievous was a demon.
What if in Galaxy where Grievous
never got injured?
General Kenobi.
That was actually pretty good.
I was a General Kenobi.
In other Star Wars news, director of Godzilla -1 Takashi Yamazaki actually screened Godzilla -1 on Lucasfilms, therefore leading to rumors that he may be directing a Star Wars film in the future. Maybe.
Do it.
Let him have it.
Do it.
Let him have it.
That would be really interesting.
This is where we talk about making it where you care. You just can't throw cannon fodder out. And this goes for the Star Wars universe. This goes for the Marvel universe, the DC universe, which it looks already like, look, Gunn is just like, I'll answer that question. Shut the fuck up. I'll answer that question. Where the fuck comma from?
Right?
Like,
however, comma.
But they're looking like they're really kind of coming around and saying we need to kind of get back to basics. It doesn't have to be so deep dive, but we do need to make it to where people care. You don't want these unanswered questions. You don't want these dropped plot lines, whether it's any of those fandoms. And you need some kind of control. You need somebody to rein it in.
And you need somebody you need a director that's going to pull what you want, what you get off that page that you read out of the actors that are portraying them. And I think people forget about that. Like, because whenever people say, oh, this guy's going to direct this movie. Okay, but did he write it?
Yeah.
No. No.
So many times
is he getting what the script is giving so that he can pull that out of those actors? I don't know. Maybe.
Fair point.
How many times have we seen there's such a disconnect between the directors and the writers, and it shows in the production? You can literally look and go, there was nobody talking to anybody. What the hell is this?
Quantumania.
Man. And I was just talking about that the other night with Kevin over at Blerd Station. How
I have a joke when you're done. I'm sorry.
How
oh boy.
So we didn't have a problem with Jonathan Majors as Kang. That was never the issue.
Right.
The issue is at the end of Quantumania, you didn't give that air of doom. Impending doom. Like there was a moment of Scott saying, wait, what if he isn't dead? What if he not? But if you pay attention to the film, one, people were like, how did Ant-Man beat Kang? And I'm like, one, he didn't beat him. He got lucky. It was a fluke. It was absolute
very
fluke.
very lucky.
It was an absolute fluke that he got over. So the place where Kang fell into, it's the same place Scott was earlier. And what did he do with all those infinite versions of Scott? He picked one goal. He said Cassie, and they all perked up. It's like, we're doing this for Cassie. We're doing this. That's how he got out. Now imagine someone of Kang's stature in that same place, albeit stuck, but can get all of them in one accord and saying, one, we can get out of here. Two, we can take this whole thing out. And you didn't give that air of doom, like, wait a minute, he's smart enough to do this. If I did it, I know he can do it.
It's like you nerf Kang to make Ant-Man beatable.
Yeah.
You nerf Kang enough to where Ant-Man had a shot. You Squirrel Girled him. Is what you did.
Oh, wow.
We don't the people of Latveria do not talk about Squirrel Girl.
Wow.
I mean, but you got a fair point. It's like you're sitting in a dimension where every possibility can actually happen. You're telling me Scott Lang figured it out, but a guy who was supposed to be on the same level as Doom couldn't figure it out?
Now, what I will say for the character of Scott Lang, because he's a thief by nature, he knows how to think on his feet. I'll give him that. I'll give him the fact that he took the most mundane route to overcome. It can happen. This was a situation where he was not physically going to overcome this dude.
Lady, Kira, what are you doing? Oh my God.
I'm smiling because I got Will.
Like the 7th grade class of it all.
I just saw it. I'm like, I can't blame Will. I can't blame Will this time.
I'm sorry. Scott Lang was never believable to me. So when they brought him into the universe thing, I was like, this is like you're just trying to throw shit in the toilet and hope it flushes. This makes Pretty no sense to me.
But that's the greatest example of a director and a writer, and both of them not being in the same room.
And that once again, and as we know now, with stuff like with Secret Invasion, Falcon and Winter Soldier, and certain things after WandaVision, outside of Loki, we know now that there wasn't any connection. There wasn't any talking between the camps. There wasn't any, hey, don't do that. I'm not telling you what to do with your character, but don't do that, because if you do this, it's going to throw this off, this, that. And then there's nobody in the room to say, hey, let's go this direction. Let's funnel everything.
For a company that's big on quality control, there was a lack thereof.
There was. In this particular day, it's one of those things where I don't want to say they got too big, but they got too big and didn't grow with it.
Oh my goodness.
And that was the problem.
Yeah.
They do. You're right, Nicole. They need a Bible. That should have been the main goal. We need a Bible. We have to stay on course.
Is it bad that I want to say there should have been a Stan Lee at every one of them going, really? This is what you came up with? Really?
Come up with a Stan Lee SOP.
I think that's what they needed. I think they needed someone of a legacy background saying, that character wouldn't do that.
But the funny thing is, there is so many legends, but they weren't going to listen to them.
That's the problem.
They weren't going to listen to them.
It makes me wonder if, what is it? Is it Quesada, Joe Quesada?
Yeah, Joe Quesada.
I wonder if he left or was pushed out.
He was pushed out.
Joe
Quesada was pushed out, just like a lot of John Byrne pushed out.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, they were pushed out. Why? Because they didn't fit the status quo of the so-called I know it alls because I got all this money. And now you come up with these garbage productions and you still expect comic fans to gravitate to them. Y'all were lucky with Endgame and Infinity War. Y'all were fucking lucky.
Yeah.
Y'all were lucky as fuck.
It's I think what they're seeing now, because right now, at least in my opinion, from Loki to the Marvels to Echo to What If, I think that there's a level of we need to get kind of back to it. And this helps. Loki, the best thing they did is say, we're going to kind of tell our story. And not really too much.
You told a story outside the timeline and you made it work. But you did it while still connecting yourself to the main MCU.
So, and you made it work to the point that, like, if they do or do not go forward to Kang,
Yep.
your Loki thing made it possible that it's kind of tied up in a bow at this point.
Yeah.
You know, so
and done well.
And yeah.
And done well. That's the key.
Yeah, that was
and
that
not
was
only
wrong.
that, and not only that, one hell of a redemption arc.
Yes.
That was that long goal booking.
I did not see that coming. I did not see that arc. We've said it before that Tom Hiddleston's role as Loki was actually very standout. Very standout. And as the more you've seen him, you're just like, I can't trust you, but I know why I can't trust you, and I know why you're doing the things you're doing. It makes sense.
But you gotta love the fact of just taking two words and summing it up to the entire lifespan of one character. Because he kept, I mean, that's like I said, it's like watching wrestling. It's like it's long story booking, and how they did it was like he was bound for a throne. Well, he was. I mean, he got to sit on his throne. He was burdened with glorious purpose.
Just not the throne that was foretold.
Right.
It wasn't the. I wonder if he's going to have Matt Damon and Liam Hemsworth play his brother and himself again. Who knows?
Right.
You're right, Nicole. That's not so much a hot take. That's a studio decision. They're making movies. They aren't making movies or shows for comic book people. They want butts and seats. Unfortunately, the normies outnumber us.
Yes,
this is true on all accounts. It's true on all accounts because it's hard to tell someone who is outside of the comic sphere that this is what this character do, but you might want to check this out. We'll check it out, but because we're not going to sit. It was like, oh, that's what if. It ain't got nothing to do with nothing. But that's besides the point. It's what if. We know what's involved.
I call it pre-done DC thinking.
Yeah, it didn't help that DC put out these movies that were loosely tied to the comics with their characters. So yeah, you're bringing all these normies in because then you see the term popular culture come out here, and that pissed me off so fucking much because you see all these goofballs wearing these Superman, Batman shirts, but if you try to have a conversation with them, it goes nowhere. You hit the brick wall 2 inches after you start stepping into it. It happened every time. So when someone who genuinely has a love for comics, like us here, we can't have that conversation because they don't have a foundation. They aren't even trying. It's popular. It's the cool thing. I got a Superman shirt. You're an idiot. Why are we having this conversation?
It's trendy. It's hip. I saw it at a Starbucks.
I just knew you was going to say it. I thought you would. Every time somebody says that and starts a phrase like that, I always think of Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man, where Ted Raimi comes in with J. Jonah Jameson, and he's like, "It's hip, it's now, it's wow."
Oh my God!
I just wait for it. And I'm like, Jesus.
I remember that next time.
We have a trailer to check out, and I told Lainey she might like this one.
Is it Abigail? Because I heard about it. And I didn't
yes, it's Abigail.
Jay's been telling me, and I'm
her
like,
whole face lit up like Christmas. That's dope.
You already know.
So this one is called Abigail, and here it is.
Oh, okay, it's creepy already. I love it.
Laney, me and you gonna go see this.
You all came highly recommended. You know the rules. No real names, no backstory.
First of all, Daddy's in it, so.
No cell phones.
So whose kid is she?
A very wealthy man who's about to be $1 million poorer.
I'm here to make sure you're safe.
What's your name? Mine's Abigail.
You can call me Joey.
Do you have any kids?
I have a little boy.
See you in 24 hours.
Do you know what a pinky promise is? If you behave and do as we say, I pinky promise you, it'll all be over soon.
Joey?
Yeah.
I'm sorry about what's gonna happen to you.
What the fuck?
think she knows something.
Guys.
Oh,
We kidnapped a fucking vampire. Ballerina vampire. Okay, how do we kill a vampire? What are we talking about? Like an Anne Rice or a True Blood? You know, Twilight? Stake through the heart.
boy, if that's not a lesson right there.
Let's go kill us a fucking vampire. Ready?
Oh,
What can I say? I like playing with my phone.
She's fucking flying!
this looks like a demented.
Yo.
Okay.
Oh, this.
I fucking hate ballet.
Oh,
Okay.
this looks like a cross between Megan and Let the Right One In.
Yeah.
That one
Wow.
looks good.
Wow.
I
That looks
love
good.
this like outside box thinking that horror is taking right now. Like 10 years ago, that was not going to be a thing.
It
That
wasn't gonna be a thing.
concept was
That's so
not going to
bad.
be a thing.
What was the one where the trio went into the veteran's house that was blind?
Don't
Don't
breathe.
breathe.
Don't breathe.
It is Don't Breathe.
That's the vibe
Don't
I
breathe.
got. Yeah, I think it's Don't Breathe.
Okay.
That's the
Yeah.
vibe I'm getting off of that too, because the whole
Oh yeah.
the whole thing just
The
went,
setup.
oh, let's change it. Like, oh shit.
Yes.
Oh,
That whole
I'm not
thing
trapped
is
in here with you. Y'all are trapped in here with me.
I am so-
Okay.
when you get to that part of I'm so sorry about what's about to happen to you, I was like, oh shit. This
I
I think I've heard of
sure
that.
she was gonna be like Natalie Portman in that one when she was a killer. I
Black
thought she was gonna be
Swan.
like that.
Oh,
Swan.
the Black
No,
Swan was the
when
black.
she-
No, oh, the
no.
Hitman.
Yes, the
She was a
professional
hitman?
Leon the
A
professional.
professional?
Yes.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's
Oh,
I
wow.
kind of thought it was
I
gonna be
can
like that.
still watch Leon the Professional. I can still
Mhm.
watch that film.
I
That's
thought it
a
was John
good
Wick
damn
for a
movie.
second. Just
Like a
I know
live
that
action
film
version of Go-Go
tomorrow.
13.
yeah.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
It put me in that mindset.
Mhm.
But geez,
Abigail
what?
looks good.
Okay,
Mhm.
I will fucks with this because I like, honestly, anything that's like escape room, where
Yeah.
you go in with one
Yes.
intent, but everything gets flipped on its head. It's like, okay, now what we do? Because now the whole audience is wrapped up in how the fuck are they gonna get out of this? This is not what they were expecting. They're all gonna die. I love
Yes.
it. I
That
love
Gotta
it.
have the
part.
collective vibe too. Yep.
With
I can
this
see
one,
that.
I'm asking myself, do they deserve to escape because they snatched up this little girl? So
Whoa,
now I'm looking at the little girl a little bit.
Now,
Makes
let's
you-
be
makes you
honest.
This
I
is how
think
you do a
Joey's gonna
trailer.
live. I think Joey's gonna live because she pinky swore.
She's gonna make
It's
that
a
one out
Megan
alive.
vibe.
It is a straight Megan vibes.
It's Megan. You just rooting for the killer at this point. It's like, yeah, y'all all gonna die.
I'm telling you, it gives Megan vibes to Let the Right One In because Zaddy brought them over there. You know what I'm saying? So
You notice he
she-
wasn't around anymore, so you're just
Thank
like,
you.
okay,
That's what I'm saying.
either
Let
he's
the
a
Right
part
One
of
In is
it,
coming to me.
either he's a part of it,
Definitely.
because I'm like, why would you bring the kid back to their house?
I was
And
the
now
whole
they're tra-
time.
You could even go for
something.
Me Train if you want to do that part. So
Oh
To
God.
the dad pull up.
Mhm.
How many times have I told you not to play with your food?
And of course, Mr. Esposito is no longer in.
Oh, he
the
did.
movie.
Yeah.
He bows. He's like, see you in 24 hours. Bitch, you
If
let
that wasn't
that
a
was straight
black
what I
person
do.
in it,
Okay.
This is
That's
what
a
I
Moff
do.
Gideon move right there. That was straight Moff Gideon.
Oh,
Yeah,
I'm out.
that should have actually been in February and not April because that was a Black History moment.
you know what?
when you see the danger,
Okay.
you see the danger coming, but no one else goes with you. It's like I try to tell you.
Oh, Lord.
and Lala, I know that brother is Lala from Black Lightning.
Shut up, yo.
I
Lala
did
was
see
a
that.
beast, man. I like Lala.
He was the
Yeah.
first one like, we trapped. We can't
Yeah.
get out of here.
I'm
No,
like, sir,
that looks good. That comes out what, April 19th? That's
Yes.
my birthday.
Yeah.
I guess what I'm doing. Damn, I seen a vampire film this last year on my birthday, and that was Renfield.
Yeah. Also,
it was just out. I'm like, I'll go see it. It's Nick Cage. Why not? I know when it's Nick Cage, I know what to expect.
Yeah,
unexpected.
I'm good.
Yeah. I'm used to seeing quirky Nick Cage. I get quirky Nick Cage. I'm okay. I'm not disappointed.
Okay.
Nah.
No, how would you settle for Mandy?
Come on,
Nick Cage?
That's a good question.
Yeah, would you settle for Mandy Nick Cage? Because Mandy Nick Cage was a psycho after a while. Yo.
Mind you, I was introduced to Nick Cage at Raisin, Arizona. Oh, shit. So and then from there I was just like, I watched this movie he's done and that one. I'm like, I'm used to the quirky.
I was gonna say between Con Air and Gone in 60 Seconds.
Con Air was fucking dope though.
Con Air was dope.
Yes.
Gone in 60 Seconds when that's my dream car. Shelby is my dream car. Every time I've seen one in person and my wife couldn't even pull me from it. I'm like, just let me.
It's hard to walk away from It's hard to walk away from Eleanor.
Yeah,
it's hard.
I'm like, just let me bask in this for a little bit. It's like being around a DeLorean. I need to sit in this. Like, you just don't walk away from this. I did the same years ago when The Dark Knight came out. And here, at the time, I lived in Akron, and they had the premiere here in Cinemark in Cleveland. They had the Batmobile and the Bat Pod. And they had it roped off with the rope. It was outside, and they was, they're letting people take pictures and stuff. And this guy's trying to figure out how the Bat Pod rolls and everything else. Fuck all that. The people that was there is like, we just ask everyone you can take pictures, but not touch it. My black ass and militant and just want to don't do it. Fuck. I'm touching this car.
See,
you're gonna sit. It's like telling the kid, "Don't eat the candy," and then walk away. No, eat the candy. You put it in their face.
Yeah, it could be worse. It could be the guy that wants to sit inside of it and start the engine.
No.
They left the keys in there.
Psychology, ladies and gentlemen.
Look,
at that point, they'll shoot
my
you.
son was with me. I was trying to time it because the woman was not facing us. I was that close for getting under the rope and standing near the car for him to take the picture, but he couldn't get it. We couldn't do it fast enough. That's how I was just like,
trying to do something else.
Touching his car. Fuck you! I'm touching his car.
Shoot.
We're going to take a quick break. We're going to come back. We're going to talk about the top 10 best and worst superhero cartoons. And they ain't got to be Marvel and DC.
Oh, can we talk about how bullshit Tubi is too, by the way?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Blerd's Eye View is a proud affiliate of Otaku Noir. Use the code Blerd's Eye View for 10% off on all items. With a different nerd-themed box filled with items made by talented blerds across the country, you surely will not be disappointed. Go to otakunoir.com. Otaku Noir, the #1 Blerd mystery box company. So, before we get into the content, thank you to Roland Martin for talking about this. Shout out to Hellspawn Cosplay for sharing the video. Tubi has over 74 million subscribers. Why?
Yeah, Kara. Yes, that is a fact.
There's a reason why we are a part of Always Press Record, and our other show, Blerd News Network, is a part of Blerd Station. There's a reason why, and let me explain this in layman's terms. We've seen a lot of black television shows and movies over the years on different networks, right? UPN, Fox, BET,
UPN.
We don't see these anymore. Why? Because our content always becomes the launch pad for something bigger.
Indeed.
Tubi, exactly.
Yep.
It's always girlfriends living single. I don't know what Friends is. Don't judge me, judge your mama. Tubi has had a lot of black content from a lot of black creators with their movies. They're not good anyway.
But there's a reason why. And yet still.
Yeah. Everyone went and said, "Hey, check out my movie on Tubi. Check out my movie on Tubi. Check out my movie on Tubi." You're making money for Tubi. And you know what happens to your IP if you made a movie or if you made a television show and you want your people to go see it and support it and everything else and buy into the channel. You don't own the IP anymore.
Nope.
And guess what that means? They can take it off and put it wherever the hell they want. And you just see pennies. This is why you've seen this happen with In Living Color. You've seen it happen with Martin in Living Single. Girlfriends, Rock. You've seen it time and time and time again. BET is probably the biggest proponent of seeing a lot of black content, and then the network goes into the hands of the opposition, and you no longer see said content. We used to have BET News,
and what happened to that?
Actual news coverage.
Actual news, not BS,
not sensationalism.
No, not sensationalism. Actual news coverage.
So
not just entertainment news, like actual what's going on over there in pick a country.
What's going on in pick a country? Exactly. We need to worry about what's going on in our community, and they spoke on that. They talked about that. Roland Martin was a part of that. You know,
we can talk about 106 in Park and
hold on. 106 in Park was not the reason why things went south. 106 in Park would have people that would come on and try and talk about things that's uplifting the community. They talk about kids volunteering in other places. They would have, I can't remember the girl that used to play the violin but did it to hip. That was not a negative.
No.
That was not what made BET.
What's her name? Ananda Lewis, who had the what was it, the Teen Centric show?
Right. No, I was saying 106 Park was part of the positive side. That's what I was saying. I was saying it, and also with BET News, it was something that was our own that we use as a platform to promote positivity in our community. Trust me, it was never a downfall because you had more people coming to 106 in Park just to see who was on there. And what was the topic of discussion? It was always something positive.
So this is why it's very important when you have networks like Always Press Record and Blerd Station, where not only your content that's done by POC creatives gets shown, you keep your IP. So whenever you want to leave, you can. And take your content. You can take your content with you. They just ask for distribution in order to make the machine run. Yeah. That's it.
Chris, can you tell them who owns Tubi? I want to see
Robert Murdoch or Rupert Murdoch. One of them rich
Rupert. Yep, Rupert Murdoch, aka
the Fox guy.
The main owner of Fox.
Yep. And the whitest thing.
And you're steadily your content away. All these black eyeballs and these POC eyeballs giving their stuff away. You can't keep doing it. One thing we always are creating a launch pad for something other than our own, and that's an issue.
Yep.
Yeah.
I also want to point out. I want to point out. It's not that he's. Yes, the blanketed statement is that he's getting black creators to bring their stuff to him, but it's not quality stuff, and the quality stuff gets buried under them promoting the shittier stuff. Magically, somehow, out of nowhere, we all are seeing these terrible fucking edits of these shows, and that's entertaining. Yes, it's a mess, but it's coming out on a regular fucking basis. It's almost like they're trying to say what they can do. This is what happens when you give them a platform and some I have a severe problem with what's being pushed out by Tubi.
But the crazy part about it was how Roland broke it down. He said, you can hate Fox all you want to, but Black creators created it. Black creators created Fox. They created UPN.
Do you realize my relationship with Fox Studios period has never been trustworthy on the strength that they cancel some of the best sci-fi, some of the best black content, they have some of the best running shows, and somehow they slash it. They burned every piece. New York Undercover, Jesus Christ.
21 Jump Street.
Yep. You feel Martin like he was working on Friday.
Yeah. Like you talk about, oh man, I remember Moesha, I remember this, and I remember the game, and and what happened to him?
Canceled.
Damn, that's right. The game was on. Wow.
Being
on CW.
The only thing they did right was get rid of Homeboys in Outer Space, and they still let that go on too long. But that's another story.
That was the stupidest ass shit I ever saw. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. And at that point, I think that was their idea because there ain't no way in hell. So
that was not ran by black people.
How did Ron Johnson go from Hillman to I don't know? Anyway,
it was so funny though because when Roland broke it down, he hit the nail on it because that man's been in media since he was 14. So if anyone knows what's going on, it's definitely him. When he broke it down, I said, shit, he is not wrong. They're following the same pattern of what they've done. Here, let's put all the black content on first. We'll bring in this demographic. And as we get them, we're going to slowly start phasing out all of the shows that brought them here. And now we're going to start putting the napkin-centric shows, and you're still going to watch it because it's Fox. And it's
not many people remember or were around when In Living Color was on. A show that was created by the Wayans family. Number one, there was a point, and I was 14, watching this show, and after a while, I stopped seeing Keenan coming out. I stopped seeing Damon. I stopped seeing Sean. And there was a Christmas episode where Jamie Foxx was on the piano and the cast was around him.
Damn,
they were in the back. They were in the back, wearing dark sunglasses, not a smile on their face.
Yeah,
that's because the studio was trying to push them out.
Yep.
And they were trying to make it their own, and that's why that third season you didn't see them anymore.
Right.
Yep, and the sister would have walked too, but she was on contract.
She was under contract.
Contract.
Yeah, Kim Wayans was stuck
because they aired In Living Color during Super Bowl halftime, and when they seen how many people had left one network to watch the In Living Color and seeing the eyes that once again
next year they had Michael Jackson on.
Exactly. That changed the whole halftime show after that.
Yep.
So we're telling you, always press record, Blerd Station. Come on over. Bring your content. If you have a manga or an anime, or if you have a live action, if you have a comic, and you want to bring it over and make it a cartoon, or make it an anime, or turn it into a live action, come over to Blerd Station. If you have something, come over to Always Press Record. They both do the same exact thing. Come over to these networks that's willing to pay you for your content once it gets in that stage. And not only that, you can keep the ownership.
That part.
It's yours. It's yours. It don't go anywhere.
You don't lose it.
Yeah.
And for the naysayers out there who want to complain that Blerd Station isn't up and running and it's not this and it's not that, let me break this down to you. You will gravitate quicker to an entity that's already established that don't give a shit about you, instead of helping something build so you can say it is your own and you have pride behind it. Because you bullshit artists out here, y'all drive me crazy. Don't complain about, well, we don't have our own. Well, we have our own. Well, it's not enough. Then what the fuck do you want? Or just do me a favor, stay out of our way, because we want to create something that's got history, legacy, and people can stand behind and be proud, and they don't lose their shit to these corporations who never gave a damn about you. They just want your eyeballs on their content. Okay? And I'm saying as an old man over 50. You can come at me if you want. I don't care, but the fact is the fact. We all sat down watching Fox at one point and then we stopped. Now you're watching Tubi. You want to come at me about that one? Okay.
It's the same thing.
And
you're doing the same. I sat back and to see, I'm like, okay, everybody talking about Tubi. Let's see what's going on with this Tubi. I can count on my hand how many times I've actually looked at this network.
I spent 5
and
minutes.
it was and you know what? It was never for the movies. My wife seen it for the movies. I'm like, this shit is horrible.
I can't even count how many times I've done it. It's all.
My wife, I'm like, we didn't have that kind of equipment. We had an iPhone. I got an iPhone. I've shot better.
But they don't understand that the fact that they're gravitating to this, all you're doing is feeding the next monster.
If I see one more person with a pistola pull a curved bullet move,
oh my God,
he said a pistola.
I mean,
man, I watch Doctor Who on Roku, okay, and I watch it for free. It's not giving Tubi shit.
Like and that was the free stuff. I was just like, that was one thing. The other thing is I seen the updated RoboCop from the 2010s somewhere. With Sam Jackson. And I seen that, and then I seen an episode of Sanford and Son. That was it.
But they just
that was it.
But that's the crazy part. Like Navy said, it is amazing when you have Blerd Station coming out and folks will still complain. It's like, I'm sorry, did you expect this plethora of content when you immediately signed on to it? And even that you're a content creator, why don't you, I don't know, add to it? You can add to it. You can become part of it.
It's literally a blank slate canvas. You could be the first people on it. If you are that, okay, I don't mean to curse at y'all. But
no, this Capricorn month, do it.
Here, hold on.
You can
unload as long as you don't hit anything in the ship.
No, if you are such hot shit, bring your weak shit. You've got weak shit in the back somewhere. I'm sure you do.
Preach.
Bring it over and let's see what happens. Because if your weakest content has gotten you to this point, send it over. You have nothing to lose. You have nothing to lose.
But you can't complain about the harvest if you ain't putting in the work.
And now it's that just in everything the game, especially after 3 years.
Preach.
Everything the game.
Preach.
You know what I'm saying? You can be a part of the ground floor going up rather than looking at it going up.
But you can't complain.
I say all of this to say, come to Blerd Station.
Please.
Always press record. Put your content where it matters, where it can be seen, where it can be appreciated, where you can still own it.
Don't make the next napkin rich.
That part.
Sometimes the best route is the route untraveled. And let's just face it. When you see, I can tell you, me and Montel and Will, we can tell you over and over again how many times we've seen this formula consistently. And they keep doing it. They keep doing it. They keep doing it. And it's like, that's why I've never trusted Fox. I'm like, why do y'all cancel good stuff?
I didn't trust Fox the moment they call themselves a news channel.
Yeah.
Y'all
cancel good stuff. Like, what do y'all cancel?
That part.
Y'all cancel the good stuff. Why? And then to find out, you showed Firefly out of order. You showed Almost Human out of order.
Another good show.
Wait, Almost Human was on
Yeah,
it was on Fox.
Yeah.
I knew it was sci-fi. Wow.
And I watched, and I only watched Almost Human because I'm like, hey, that's Carl Urban. Whatever he's in tends to be fun.
Yeah.
Oh, never mind. I'm thinking about something totally.
And let's not forget Charmed.
Charmed.
That was another one. Yeah.
Y'all killed these shows.
Charmed was on CW.
We live in different states.
Charmed was on CW.
Charmed was on.
Oh, yeah.
CW.
No, it was CW. I'm sorry.
WB or whatever. Yeah.
I'm sorry. It was 2 letters. My bad. It's 2 letters. Either way.
But
I got confused with almost Human too. I thought something else. So you talking about?
So they cancel a lot. Hell, they killed the Mutant
Human
franchise. It took Ryan Reynolds to save it.
Pretty much. Well, that's Bryan Singer's fault, but that's a whole other story.
that's a whole nother rabbit hole. So
call him out.
I think we're done on our soapbox, right?
Nah.
Are we
we're going to come back to it.
We're going to put a bookmark on it.
It'll eventually come back, but
we'll bookmark this.
Because we're going to have to keep telling the people, Blerd Station, always press record. Go join up. We're there.
I just want one more thing. Y'all, the queens, y'all, keep flocking to where the white people and the money is when you could be making your own money over here and not have to be beholden to somebody that don't get your shit.
Since I don't have the rights to play the song, let the dollar circulate.
It's circulate. They love your money. They love your attention. They don't love you.
So there it is. All right. So our top 10 best and worst superhero cartoons. Not all of them are Marvel. Not all of them are DC. Good little round table. There's more. There's quite a bit that's out there. There is quite a bit. I'll start it off. Depending on what side of the fence you're on, Lunatics Unleashed.
Yo,
yes,
I almost forgot about that one.
So, what is Lunatics Unleashed? In the year 2772, in the city of Acme Metropolis, the descendants of the Looney Tunes had a meteorite hit the city, or hit the waters in the city, and the waters washed through the city and gave everybody superpowers. They were considered to be a darker version of the Looney Tunes. They weren't. It wasn't Bugs Bunny. It wasn't Tasmanian. These were the descendants of said characters.
They were already a little homicidal. So
yeah. Well, I still stand by Bugs Bunny as he's the animal version of Ryan Reynolds. I'm just saying,
Yeah.
So we have Ace Bunny, who was the descendant of Bugs. We have Lexi Bunny, who was the descendant of Lola. We have Danger Duck, who's a descendant of Daffy. Slam Tasmania, who's obviously Tasmanian Devil.
Of course.
Tech E Coyote, Wile E. Coyote. Rex Runner, who's the rover. And every last one of them was doing like menial jobs, right? But they all ended up with some kind of superpower and became like this crack team of heroes. See,
I don't know what you're talking about. I promise you,
girl.
I have no clue.
I remember.
I'm
I
so
remember.
glad we're here.
Look, I don't.
It was
I don't.
so good and terrible.
I remember Lunatics Unleashed. It honestly, I liked the concept. It's just the execution was not great.
That execution was burnt to a crisp.
Yeah, I was trying to be nice about it.
This was during a time where dark and edgy was the thing. It was that is just what they did. They wanted to go with dark and edgy. They wanted to go with, oh, what if we did this? Because the Punisher was a big thing. Blade was a big thing. It was like, we're gonna go dark and edgy.
It's in that era. Okay.
Yeah. So they were just like, oh, let's do dark and edgy. And who was behind that? Fox Kids. Once again.
I know I didn't miss anything. I'm very, very certain I did not miss anything. I still don't miss it.
Told you I had one. I told you I had one coming out.
I still got you beat. I'm waiting my turn, but I got you beat.
So
okay,
I'm gonna show you a picture.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I never.
Oh, I remember absolutely not wanting to watch this.
I remember absolutely nothing about this. Nope.
I remember it, and I was like, huh. This is absolutely not what I asked for when I said I wanted to see more Bugs Bunny. What the fuck is this shit? That was honest to God, that was the day Fox Kids died for me. I absolutely I went, you know what I did? I went outside.
That's crazy. When a cartoon makes you go outside.
So what do you got? What do you got, Spartan?
Ultra Force.
Oh Lord.
I'm a
holy cow!
I lay my trap down card and went, wait your turn.
I forgot about
you
that.
You said what now?
Ultra Force. This was at a time where X-Men on Fox had the animated series that just recently came out. You had other networks that were trying to compete with X-Men. USA, in its wonderful splendor, decided to use a older Malibu comic called Ultra Force, which is the grandest knockoff of the X-Men that you can find. That's it right there.
There's Prime right there in the center of that shit. Prime is right there.
When I tell you,
Shazam.
It is so bad. It is so bad. It didn't even finish the first season. USA canned, I think, like after 6 episodes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean, it was bad. Like, really, if you sat, I'll put it this way, you had to put yourself on a sugar bin to get through the first episode. That's how bad it was. You had to be on something to keep yourself interested. You changed the channel.
Literally, one of the characters' name is Zombie. Like,
yeah. Black Knight, Ghoul, Prime, Prototype, Topaz, Cromwell, Wreckage, Hellblade, Ironclad, Maxxis, Ripfire, and Hardcase.
And a partridge in a pear.
Those were the names. And it was, like I said, good and terrible.
The only good thing to come out of Malibu was Men in Black.
Yeah, that's the only thing.
And Malibu bought the rights to Men in Black because they didn't own the comic. Company didn't own them before.
Yep,
pretty much.
Yep.
Yeah, that was my best shot.
Okay, Lady Mandalore, what do you got?
I'm gonna tell y'all like I tell y'all on a regular basis whenever we do these things. I don't watch trash.
So what do you got? For treasure?
I don't. I refuse. I'm turning it right off. I'm going on to the next thing. Something else has to be on. Something else has to be on. I'm not. I don't sit. I can't. I literally do not. I don't have anything. I swear to God, I don't. I can't remember a bad cartoon. Because I love cartoons, and if I don't love it, I'm not committing it to memory.
I'm watching.
I can't do it. It's not in me. It's not in me.
So what you got for a treasure?
Yeah.
Treasure? I always come back to this one. Reboot.
Nice.
Okay.
Reboot.
The look doesn't age well, but however, the storyline
is alphanumeric.
Let me tell you, I was stressed. I was stressed when they had to do an actual reboot. I'm like, yo, show coming back? Like they wiped out everything?
Right.
I was stressed.
Plus, your guardian's name was Bob. Of all the guardian names, Bob.
Guardian was Bob, and then when they came back, Enzo was the kid, and when he came back, he was a knockoff of Cable. I was just like, I'm getting Cable vibes off of you, my guy. I'm okay. I'm just,
I don't have a problem, but something I feel like You rip it off a little bit, but that's okay because I like that thing too. But where are we going? Where are we going? Where are we going?
Oh,
that was a hell of a cartoon. Laney.
For worst.
Trash or treasure? Trash or treasure?
I'm going to go 2-in-1 franchise, which is last year's Scooby-Doo. And then
okay.
Scrappy. I have a love-hate relationship with Scrappy-Doo.
I think a lot of us do.
I have a love-hate relationship with it. There are times where I see it and I'm like, it's not that bad. I'm like, they're like, oh God, Scrappy is the worst thing ever. So I have a love-hate relationship with it.
At least we felt better in the live action, where it was just like, okay, that's better. But
that he gets his comeuppance? Yeah.
Yeah.
He's
a pain in the ass. We got it.
So,
he was pain in the ass in the cartoon because it was like, dude, this ain't the time to be fighting. Shut the fuck up.
Always.
Talking about you always for the smoke. You barely can piss without pissing on your knee.
Wow.
Yeah. You let Kara left.
You talk about fight. Let's fight. You don't know what
and then
did you spill water? No pee.
I'm gonna go out on a limb and say I don't remember exactly if this is the title, but if you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. Super Nintendo Man or
Captain N.
Captain Nick or something.
Captain N.
There we go. There we go.
Yeah, Captain N.
What the hell is that?
Okay.
Oh shit! Wait! I take it back.
It's too late. You've already asked the question. Pandora's box has been opened with stickers.
It's like an 80s and early 90s thing, and they were trying to exploit when the Super Nintendo came out, and it was, to me, it was a mess. I tried. To me, it was
they
a mess.
capitalized on the whole gamepad, the gun, and later on the glove.
The power glove.
The power glove was heavily utilized and yet could not be found in stores.
Right.
And then when you could find it, it didn't.
And it didn't work.
Right.
Thank you. I was going to say when you could find it, it didn't work. There you go.
What the fuck kind of acid fever dream shit is this? What is this?
You got
called the 80s.
Yeah.
And not only that, like as a kid, like I knew as a kid that this wasn't what it's supposed to be.
The sad part is I know some of the characters in those are actually coming from actual Nintendo games, like Kid Icarus and
yes, and they are, but
Mike Tyson's Punch Out, and
they were badly done.
I mean, he had a controller for a belt.
Yeah.
Where was I?
Not watching it, and that's okay.
Apparently, must have been outside when it came on.
You were in Central Park.
You were outside in Central Park.
I guess
enjoying your life.
Trust me, we've consumed quite a bit of garbage in treasures in our time. So Navy, trash or treasure?
I actually have one for each.
Okay.
All right. So treasure, Wildcats.
Nice.
I enjoyed Wildcats because I was a huge Image fan, still am. But when Wildcats came out and I knew they were going to do a cartoon, that intro music was banging. You knew you were going to be in for something. So
Riptor's still my favorite.
They could have kept the chorus and left out the rest of the song because I'm just like, are you trying to rap? Don't
We're zeros, not heroes. Shut up, Biff. Shut up, Biff.
The first rock or rap song ever came out for a show.
Yeah, it's like don't do that. Don't do that. I feel slighted when you do that. That's probably how the pitch meaning with. Oh, the kids will love it. It's hip. It's now. It's wild.
There it is. There you go. You got Maul, Grifter.
Grifter's
Zealot.
the only one out of any of them who's now currently in the DC universe.
Yeah.
But he's just like, I was fine where I was at. Why did y'all bring me over? And I always thought for years that mask is not. I mean, it's good for breathing, But other than that, it's free flowing. All it is a handkerchief.
So no other purpose except
it serves no other purpose. It's no true protection.
It was just him being a badass. That's all, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, granted, yeah, it's a mask that covers your face. It helps you breathe. Your face is cool, awesome.
But that's
that's about it.
Okay, so for trash, I'll have to say Teen Titans Go.
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck all of
Yes.
that. Fuck
Yes.
all of that.
Yes.
This is a classic example of when Teen Titans came out, it was beautiful. It had humor, but it had the story. You saw the characters and you loved what they were telling. And then they canceled it. I said, what the fuck? And they came out with Teen Titans Go. I said, okay, y'all keep putting this LSD in your cereal. This is some bullshit.
I'm going to go on the hill for a second here. There are some standout episodes that really get you going. And I'm going to point out 2 of them.
What I say?
What, of Teen Titans Go?
Yes.
You know what? You couldn't pay me. I don't care how much.
I don't know what else was going on in the episode, but this is what got me to watching it a couple times. Robin is talking, and he's standing by a bookcase, and you know how the background is kind of like one solid color most of the time. He's standing by the bookcase. There's an urn that says Robin 2 on it with a crowbar leaning against it. And I'm like, oh, we're doing this kind of joke.
Shit.
Right. And he doesn't refer to it or anything. It's just sitting there as place piecemeal.
What the fuck?
And I had to laugh because I'm like,
really?
The level of play.
Really?
And then wait, and then there's more. There's a Thanksgiving episode, and everybody brings a dish, and they say, "Robin, what is your dish?" He says, "Oh, it's Alfred. It's something that Alfred made. It's one of my favorites. Boiled potatoes with a pinch of salt, literally." But wait, this is where it got hilarious. It scans over the entire team. Look at Cyborg's face. It was the face of every black person in America. Like,
yeah, just
no seasoning.
It's the raisin in the potato salad look. It was just like And no shade, Beast Boy got bars.
They gave him some good songs.
He got some bangers.
But I miss the darker Teen Titans. I miss it, especially going against
That's right. Salt was supposed to add spice. That's what he said. And when he put that one pinch in and he tasted it, he's like, "Ooh, too much salt." I was like, "This is too white bread and it's hilarious."
Yeah, I'm good. Thank you for putting in the references, but it's still trash.
Because The Shine is a banger. Yep. They musically, they got some hits. They giving Steve Smith from American Dad the run for their money.
I'm just trying to tell.
I've done that. Who got better bars, Steve Smith or Beast Boy? Like,
I will watch Johnny Test before I watch that.
Johnny Test.
That's bringing it back.
And that's the truth.
Wow.
So for a treasure, I'm just gonna say Batman Beyond.
Okay. He is getting tired of people scooping up his choices.
There are more treasures than that, okay?
And for so many reasons.
That face is priceless.
The intro is fire. There's a nice tie into the whole Batman mythos from the animated series, and even more, they tied it into the Justice League animated series in one episode epilogue. And I was just like, y'all may have canceled the actual show, but y'all tied it back in. So now Terry McGinnis is canon. And here's another question. Both his parents were redheads. Why is Terry and his brother both dark-haired kids?
Hey, listen.
Because they're little bastards.
That's saying a lot.
Is that Bruce's kid too?
I keep telling you this.
He said they're
leftover genetic material in a tube somewhere.
Yeah,
I was gonna say because I looked at them, was like, their parents are red. Whoa.
Right.
Okay. Nah. See,
you need the air and the spare.
Mm-hmm.
This is.
I mean, maybe
drinking.
Was it apparently wasn't out of Mr. McGinnis's system. Apparently, even Bruce is to the point. Poor Bruce. Like that means you got 3 kids out here, biologically, possibly 3, that you didn't actually father.
Right.
Do you know who could?
Well, no. He. What's his face?
Damien's his.
Damien wasn't willing.
No.
No. I'm not saying he isn't. I'm saying he was there when it happened. He just didn't know he was there.
Yeah, Damien was damn near a test tube baby.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Damn near.
You know who could actually tell this story? They could speak English. Ace.
Yes.
Ace was there for everything. Can you imagine if Ace could speak human?
The things
Are you talking the dog?
Yes.
The dog.
Yeah. The dog.
Ace is probably like, I am so sick of these dumb bitches around here.
That dog.
That's why you never see him around. He was just like, I'm gonna show up right now and whatever. He's probably looking like Crypto can't never find him. He's like, y'all got too much drama going on.
Ace is pretty much getting counseling by the Mad Hatter at this point.
He's like, I'll never tell. They wouldn't believe me. I never tell.
The fact that he's sitting around, he was like, Super Monkey, Crypto. I ain't got time for this. I don't have time for this.
At
least he take after his master. He's like, I ain't got time for this. I work by myself.
Between a monkey, a dog, and a kangaroo, that's your super friends right there.
Yeah.
That's saying a lot.
At which point he acts every bit much like his master, where he's just like, you know what? This is why I work alone. It ain't because y'all getting away. It was just because y'all are useless. Who's gonna?
Wow.
Everybody except the kangaroo, because nobody's gonna jump a kangaroo, especially an Amazon kangaroo.
That's very true.
Oh man, Lady Mandalore, who do you got? Trash or treasure?
Treasure.
Okay.
Star Wars Rebels.
Beautiful.
Okay.
All right.
Enough said.
Who's gonna say no?
I got that. That's it. That's Cancer Christmas. That's right. Yeah. Glow lights.
Now there is a show that a lot of people didn't give enough credit, but when I first heard it come out, I was excited and I enjoyed every episode. Brave and the Bold.
Batman Brave and the Bold?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I loved it.
Oh, 2 times in a row. Ooh.
Loved it because the original comic was Batman with a hero that a lot of people didn't know was even in the universe. And it introduced people like Elongated Man, Plastic Man, Ragman. The list went on. I was like, wow, these team ups are dope. And they put them on there. I was like, bitch, okay.
When they did the episode about Bruce's parents, I'm like, oh,
yes.
For it to be such a lighthearted cartoon, they went dark. And I'm like, I didn't think they would do that. See, it's very joke. They make fun of Aquaman, once again, they make fun of Aquaman. But other than that, like you're right, with compared to the comics, they will always have Batman with a hero. Batman with a hero. Batman with a hero.
Well, I love
and
it.
They were just like fun. They were just like fun. The Music Meister.
Yep.
Yep. That song is still stuck in my head.
Remember the one where they had the intro where Bruce and Miracle Man were escaping all of the. That was my favorite because their banter was hilarious. They just like, you ain't out of this yet. I got one for you. Just keep it up.
It was cheesy enough without being overly cheesy.
Right. See, as a Batman fan, I have to stay away from the good ones because y'all are going. There are two. There are two Batman series I'll never mention, but
the CGI one. The CGI one.
Yes.
CGI one. That's because it
was horrible.
It was horrible, and they changed between. It was horrible because they had the worst showing times.
Yeah,
it was not consistent.
But I gotta go different because I was gonna mention Batman Beyond, the animated series, but Spawn.
Yeah,
Spawn was a good one.
Shout out to Keith David.
It's like shout out to Mr. Silverthroat himself for giving us the voice of Spawn. We appreciate it wholeheartedly as we wait for the movie to forever come out.
Also, come on the show. Also,
wow,
extending an invitation just to put that out there in the world. We have fun.
Yeah, it was beautifully done, and as cheesy as it was just like I said, just cheesy enough. And I look at Dietrich Bader even differently now.
Yeah,
you know, because I'm just like, Batman. Okay.
His voice is so distinctive; it fits.
It's like when I see Will. It's like when I see Will Arnett. Lego Batman. You know, so
it fits.
Yeah.
No, you can't make me.
Like,
you get out of bed. You can't make me. I was like, really?
Spawn was a good one. Spawn was definitely a good one. It was probably the first cartoon that I seen that they was truly rated R.
Yeah. I mean, the other ones go without saying. Spider-Man the animated series, because that was the longest running series on Fox at the time, and then X-Men. Well, now considered X-Men 97. Those were good animated series. So those go without saying. I can't really.
They're definitely treasure troves.
Yeah.
Laney, treasure.
I'm gonna do a couple. I'm gonna do at least one unconventional. So it's based on taste. I am a true 90s baby with Beavis and Butthead.
What was it?
What was that?
Beavis and Butthead.
Oh, that was a superhero movie? A show?
Technically, it's an anime. It is an animation.
Cartoon.
It is a cartoon.
It just had to be a superhero cartoon. But I mean, if you call Butthead and he's running around calling himself Cornholio, I guess.
Cornholio, are you kidding me?
Oh, you hear in the background is I'm Cornholio. I need TP from my bunghole.
Oh my God!
We did get introduced to Hank though. We did get introduced to King of the Hill though.
Yep, that's how we got King of the Hill.
Spider-Man. That was a hard one. Spider-Man Unlimited was.
Ooh.
It had potential.
It definitely had potential because it was. It definitely had potential.
And that's
it had potential, but it was just like I'm like y'all went. I think y'all might have went too far off the beaten path. You know,
Aeon Flux.
So I'm actually. Oh, that was my first kind of rated R. Actually, I think I saw Aeon Flux even before I saw Spawn. So then, I forgot. Superhero ones. Then obviously for me, I'm 80s baby, She-Ra. What else? Actually, I do like Marvel's Avengers. I really like that, that 5-season whatever. And I know
it was like Avengers Assemble and then Avengers Mightiest Heroes.
But the one on Disney, the one on Disney.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know what? I picked it up when it was on Netflix, so I couldn't even tell
you.
So
yeah, it had been. I think it was that one.
Yeah. I want to say it was the same actual voice actor that's in the What A Series for for Iron Man. That's in that one. Yeah.
Okay.
So those two. I was about to go for just like cartoons. You know, I was gonna say Gem, or I'm a Nickelodeon person. So
Gem kind of counts.
Listen, okay,
you could go Sailor Moon.
I am a Gem person for Die Hard. Even at 43 years old, I die hard for Gem. Okay.
I mean, let's face it, they had some bangers.
I ain't even.
As a kid, I couldn't admit that to my sister. I couldn't admit that to my little sister. You know,
I was Transformers.
This thing hitting. But no, we don't want to watch that right now.
That's when you had to share the TV, and Transformers came on right after Gem and the Hologram. So you're politely waiting for your sister to get out the way.
I'm glad you mentioned the Avengers.
Right there, Transformers. Damn.
This is a trash one for me. Avengers United We Stand. United They Stand.
Uber trash.
Yeah.
Never heard of it.
Trust me, you're better off. Trust me, you're better off.
So imagine the Avengers. No. However, it's not Cap, Iron Man, it's not Hulk, it's not your main core team at all. It's Vision was the only one. I think it was the Wasp and Ant-Man and Hawkeye.
In a post MCU,
No,
pre MCU.
Way pre.
And they decided to say, "Oh, here's the Avengers, and we're gonna spruce them up by giving them all types of gadgets and shit, because that's what they do for cartoons and toys, because that's what sells." And no, it doesn't.
It was good and terrible.
I'm gonna pull that up. It's not.
It's not good.
No, it's just one of them things where you're just like, no.
It was a good idea on paper, but terrible in execution.
Like my last marriage.
It was just one of them.
Would you count Avatar as a superhero?
Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Last Airbender.
Because you know that's the only Avatar we recognize.
No, I don't do the Navi. That shit was so boring.
I couldn't even use that as background playing music.
That's 2 hours of sleep I ever got in the movie theater.
Listen, I'm glad someone else said that to me, because I'm like, I can't.
That's what it was. It was Ant-Man, Hawkeye, Wonder Man, and Wanda.
Wonder Man, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Goodness, you hardly see Wonder Man animated in anything.
Falcon was on that team. It was like they took like the secondary characters.
You took the C team.
Yeah.
You basically took the backup to the backup people.
It was not well at all. At all. Depends on the side of the fence you're on. Marvel superhero adventures. Only because you're seeing these mini versions, because they're all built the same.
Yeah.
And the fact that they had the Punisher in one episode, and I'm like, okay, I guess this is gonna be funny. Because it was all very jokey. It's not Teen Titans Go, Dave. You know that.
Yeah, but still, you took the Punisher for a kid show, and you had to make it
it was bold. It was a bold decision. Did it pay off well? Actually, it did. It ran for several seasons. It got. I don't think they ever had a Punisher toy, and it did introduce a lot of kids, because even at my bookstore, the owner has like a kids section, and it's a bunch of those toys where the kids can play with it. So it's like a bunch of these, toys.
That's gotta be interesting. Can I have a Punisher toy, Dad? No.
Yeah, that's what it was. Superhero Squad. Yep. So the Mask.
It was good. It was a good series. I don't think it was bad.
They aired it extremely early though.
Yeah.
At least here they aired it like super early, like 6 in the morning. I'm like
that was their excuse, so they would want to cancel it. They could.
Yeah. Right. They aired it, but I know.
It wasn't bad.
No,
it wasn't bad.
Okay. Do you guys remember the Adventures of Batman when Batmite was in it?
Yes.
Who? Nope. I am so glad I'm not alone.
You're not, baby. I'm here. I'm with you.
Really? You are not alone?
Really?
I thought we were straight into it.
Wow.
I'm just learning off of you geniuses, because like some of these things I ain't never.
Some of these we would never expose you to, like Fred and Barney Meet the Thing.
Oh Lord.
Fingering, do your thing.
I feel
out here watching.
I didn't watch it, but I feel like I've heard that.
As a child,
you never want to watch it.
The option to change the channel.
No. As a child, they would. I don't know when they first aired it, but I know I seen this in syndication. Like they would air it like on network television and early in the morning or whatever. So being exposed to this thing, I'm just like. So you took Ben Grimm. As a child, I knew this was wrong.
with rings.
I'm like, not Benjamin Grimm, not Ben Grimm, Benji.
Oh.
They called this bitch Benji Grimm.
Yes.
Just this narrow, scrawny dude. And he had a ring where he could turn into the thing at any given notice by saying, "Thing ring, do your thing."
Do your thing.
I remember hearing that.
You literally hear, put both hands again, go, "Thing ring, do your thing," and all these rocks could come out of nowhere and start sticking to his body. He goes from this 5-foot scrawny kid to like 7 feet of rock, and I was like, and he had bass in his voice.
I don't understand why that was a thing, though.
See, you couldn't walk away from shows like that, especially in bigger families when all you had to watch television, and there's that one person that wants to be a dick and say, "I want to watch this," and you gotta go along with it. That was my torturous 30 minutes of television shows. I want to watch the thing. I wanted to smother him.
I bet you do. I bet you do. When we go to your house, I'll leave. When you want to watch. I'll go home.
My brother and I
where can I go?
Watch it differently.
Oh my gosh!
I was 6-year-old. I was 6-year-old looking at a pillow trying to figure out how I could smother this kid.
Yeah,
I'm glad you didn't.
That's rough.
I'm glad you didn't.
Because I was like, I mean, that's how bad it was. But like I said, there's always going to be somebody that's going to sit there and look at it and go, "Oh, that's great." The rest of us, no, it's not. This is terrible. Why do you subject us to this?
This was an age.
See, Kira, you were an only child. You lucked out.
Yeah. Yes, you did.
I was like, you got a story behind that? You got a story behind that? She's like,
no, I accept. I will acknowledge that. I am sorry for the rest of you.
Barnyard Commandos. I think I've heard that too.
Barnyard Commandos.
Wow.
That was
wow.
She reached on that one. I like that.
Yeah.
No, I didn't. I read in the comments. Verb got it.
Verb does have it.
Yeah, Verb got it.
Barnyard Commandos.
Oh my gosh, yo!
He said, drops the proverbial mic.
Yeah, literally. I was like, oh my gosh.
Bionic 6.
That wasn't half bad. That wasn't half bad. That one was not half bad.
They were trying for a Fantastic Four-esque.
Wasn't that like right after X? Well, no. I'm never mind. I'm thinking somebody. I'm thinking of the cartoon. Never mind.
Hold on. I'm going to play a transformation scene from this show.
Can you guess what show?
It was Bionic 6. It was Bionic 6. But here's the thing. You know how you would watch the intros to Thundercats and Silverhawks and Transformers, and how like the intros were fire. The intros and outros are fire, right?
Absolutely.
But then the actual show was different from
the intro animation.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
This was one of those types of shows. It was one of them type of things. And it was actually the first time that you didn't see the brother with the typical hairstyle.
They gave that man a silk press.
Why were they all smiling? You're about to go get the shit beat out of you. And you're smiling.
But
that was you know what I mean about that was the hairstyles of the 80s. Either you had a silk press, a Jerry curl, or a full-on fro if you were the black guy in cartoons.
Yeah.
That was your three.
And I think he was the strong one. But he was smart.
Yeah.
They didn't give him the stereotypical
Chris.
thing.
You remember when Super Friends came out and instead of the bills before the Wonder Twins, they had Wendy and Marvin?
What was the dog's name again?
Wonder Dog.
Yeah.
I was like, wait, You put a cape on a bulldog, and now you call it Wonder Dog.
Wonder Dog.
You had the Wonder Twins,
God.
and I'm like, how can you get worse than the Wonder Twins? Let's give them Wendy and Wonder Dog.
Wendy and Marvin. I was like, what the actual fuck?
Why are you
actually? No, that's a pretty bad one. You guys, Navy, Chris, y'all might remember this. Tattooed teenage alien fighters from Beverly Hills.
Yes,
Holy
Lord.
shit! That was on USA. Oh my god!
That was good and terrible.
Wasn't Walter Jones in that one?
No,
he wasn't.
He was in an earlier. Walter Jones was in an earlier version before he did Power Rangers. He was in an earlier. Was it VR Troopers?
I think it was VR Troopers. He was in.
He was.
It might have been Jason David Frank. It might have been Jason David Frank and VR Troopers.
Because they, I know Walter Jones was in an earlier. Because I was like, yo, that's Walter Jones. He was in an earlier version. It wasn't Power Rangers. It was something that was akin to it, and it didn't last long. I'd have to find it. I've seen it before. Because this is before he became Zach. I've seen it before.
Wow, tattooed teenage alien fighter from Beverly Hills. Wow.
Yeah, that one was good and terrible. And I mean, from the acting to the special effects to the whole thing was just.
It was so pretty.
I forgot what series it was.
They tried to adapt it like the tokusatsu, where you have certain stages where you could do certain things, and then you will go into the miniaturized stage to do. It was so dumb. They failed at it big time. Oh, she sneezed herself right off camera.
I'm here. Hold on.
She sneezed herself right off camera. Bless her heart.
I forgot what it was called. What was that show called?
Before
Power Rangers, it was something.
Yeah, it was Tattooed Teenager.
VR Troopers?
Oh, it was. That was him.
Yeah, no. But this is how they looked. So bad. It was so bad. When you can try to sell it to a kid and you're just like, there ain't no way in hell. I can't watch this. I can't watch this. I can't watch this.
What?
Yeah. That was Tattooed Teenage Alien Fighters from. You see how the stage is set up, where everything is miniaturized, but they're tall.
Yeah. Oh hell no!
And the brother had the worst weapon out of all of them.
I mean, they got him in a male romper with a full-on face shield.
I mean, when you wearing a male romper, you probably want a full-on face shield just to cover your identity.
Yeah, and that
they really produced that shit.
Yeah, they came on USA Network. That was when USA was in their infancy stage.
Space Case.
I remember.
That's what it was called.
Space. Okay,
Network, not Cartoon Network. USA, like the train or something like that.
Yeah,
I do not remember that.
The Toon Express. Yeah, USA Network.
Cartoon
Toon Express. Cartoon Express.
So bad.
Yeah, Space Cases was the name of the show that Walter Jones was on. That's what it was called.
So real quick before we get out of here, everybody give their honorable mention. Trash or treasure, or both.
And
it has to be superhero?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll say
there's a lot to pick from.
Okay.
I go with trash because I go with trash because it's already on the tip of my tongue. VR Troopers.
Okay. What about you, Navy?
Treasure would be Mask.
Nice.
Mobile Armor Strike Command.
Very nice. Trash and treasure, SWAT cats for treasure.
Nice.
SWAT cats, yes.
And for I don't want to
say it.
Treasure and treasure. Screw
say it.
Treasure and treasure. I'm not even going trash. Treasure and treasure. SWAT cats in the Tick.
Oh,
I forgot the Tick.
The original run, yo. Okay.
Spoon. I'm just saying.
You will hear Spoon. That's
oh man,
Chairface Chippendale.
I loved him as a villain. I swear, the most well-dressed chair you ever see in your life.
What was their team's called? Like, that going Rugman. He was like, if I just walk around and start static electricity, I'm like, yeah, but won't you sweat? And that's just what he did.
Right.
Nix, what's happening? Trash, Captain Planet, Treasure, Turbo Team. Yes.
Forgot about Turbo Team.
I mean, I don't know if Captain Planet was trash.
By your powers combined, I only show up when I only got 5 people.
I will watch the Don Cheadle version any day, though.
I think it is one of those. It's so bad it's good. I don't know if it's absolute trash. Like what I remember, I don't know if it's absolute trash.
Let our powers combine. Oh, the answer's
fake ass African.
The answer will come back from you doing that fake African accent. Let our powers combine. I cringe every time I hear that.
So, really? What's your honorable mentions, Lady Mandalore, for trash or treasure or both?
Honorable mentions. I think I'm gonna do 2 birds, 1 stone. Space goes coast to coast.
Yeah.
Yo,
okay. Mashed potatoes, sweet potatoes, fried chicken.
Oh my goodness!
Wow, talk about USA. That was when I first saw that
made
on
my day.
Oh my goodness!
Brack did not care.
Yes,
Brack gave 0 fucks. Okay. I'm gonna follow the ant home, kill its whole family. I love that one. I'm gonna follow the ant home. Kill his whole family.
If you ever get a chance, listen to the Mouse in the Mask album by MF Doom, and he has that entire Adult Swim backdrop going on, and from Aqua Teen Hunger Force to Space Coast to Coast, all of that, all the play, like they're part of the album.
Yeah,
they're part of, and it's I listen to that album at least once a month. Like for one, it's MF Doom and Danger Mouse. That's just what it is. You know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Eric got the church finger.
No. Are you gonna make our announcement that just happened about a half hour ago?
We hit 500.
Yeah,
we hit 500. Thank you to the peoples.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you so much.
I might do giveaway. I don't know.
Really?
Depends on what the fun's looking like. Yes, honorable mention. Danger Mouse.
Oh, Danger Mouse was cool.
Absolute treasure.
Yeah.
Fire intro. Car was awesome. I think we're singing it. Yeah.
Well, no, another honorable mention would be Inspector Gadget.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
You cannot forget the goat. Go, Gadget Copter.
I mean, if we're gonna, I guess it can fall into. I guess it can fall into that realm of superhero-esque thing. But for treasure, the Venture Brothers.
Yes.
Let's go.
Why not?
I'm gonna say something
like that.
Stylized violence. You loved it.
I'm gonna say something controversial. That I'm gonna pick one that's gonna be for both.
Okay.
As a kid, Thundercats.
Of course.
But as an adult and watching the dialogue, Thundercats.
Yeah.
See, you gotta watch with kid eyes.
It does not play with eyes. It's great, but as an adult, it is painful.
See, when you go back and watch
Lionel's when you realize that Lionel is still a child, it's like, oh god,
weird.
Leadership of the adults is still a kid with a sword.
Yo,
don't. I like Brave Star. Don't do that.
Brave Star was probably one of the few shows, and I'm just like, I forgot it was Native Americans.
Yeah,
he was a lead. This was adult, and he had dope abilities.
Yeah. And he was a sheriff of New Texas.
Yeah.
You're not alone. You're not alone. Honestly, you're not alone. Assy McGee. Yes.
He said I would say Brave
Star.
Lord.
Not the cop, Assy McGee. Is that where the detective?
Oh God, I forgot about Assy McGee.
With the gun belt, with the gun holster,
and kind of holding off askew. Yeah. And the hat. Don't forget the hat.
Oh Lord.
If that's the case, Frisky Dingo.
Dingo be right up there then.
Wow.
Yeah, damn, we about to go down the rabbit hole for this one.
So real quick, what was everybody's favorite Saturday morning cartoon?
X-Men.
Yeah.
Yeah. X-Men.
Yeah.
Why everybody get quiet?
I think they're thinking.
I got
because you said it.
X-Men and Spider-Man.
I was gonna say X-Men, Spider-Man, and Batman, the animated series, because they all came on the same day. So I'm kind of stuck.
I'm gonna say Hong Kong Phooey and Inch High Private Eye.
Hong Kong Phooey.
Inch High. Oh, the joke.
I guess y'all coming in early Thursday because I'm gonna start digging in the crates.
He was actually a 1-inch private detective named Inch High. You could not fuck with him. Inch High Private Eye.
I will say this: at least in Spider-Man and in Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man, Mary Jane's toxic as fuck. I don't give a damn.
Redheads will mess up your life.
I'm going to throw myself out this window just to prove. Why would you do that?
It just goes to show you, redheads will mess up your life.
Like, I'm like, you took a page right out of Christopher Reeve's Superman. When Lois Lane was like, "Oh, you're Superman. I'm going to toss myself into the wind."
That's you couldn't be a hero. You just sit there and just watching her go. You just sit there and just watch her jump, and he's like, "Oh, she really jumped."
Wow.
Well,
why didn't you tell me?
Frosty got a good one. Pirates of the Black Water.
Yeah,
the Pirates of Dark Water.
Pirates of Dark Water.
Pirates of Dark Water. Yeah. That one was ahead of its time. It was very engaging.
Yes.
Yeah.
Batman animated series, X-Men animated series. It is Batman. TAS is GOAT. It's just fucking GOAT.
Watch Batman.
Oh, that series is goated. Superman animated series came out first.
Yeah.
But then they did Batman animated series, and that pretty much opened the door to Justice League.
Oh yeah.
Then you had the world. You had the world's finest for a little while.
Oh man. World's finest. That whole discovery. When Clark gets back to his apartment. And he finds that he sees that little bat tracer on there and he crushes it and he looks out the window and uses his X-ray vision and he sees his microscopic vision and he sees Batman several blocks away and Batman is looking right back at him through the binoculars. He was like, "Gotcha."
That was a level of respect right there. It's like, I could see you. I know. just so you know.
It was like, I know who you are. You know who I am. Let's get this.
I'm gonna get naked, Bruce. You want to see me? Okay, all right. Just letting you know.
Oh man, this was a good one. We definitely revisited it. I do like talking this type of nerd stuff. But without further ado,
wrap up protocol initiated, Captain.
Time to dock the ship. Time to lay port. Time to just get some rest. Keep warm. Jesus Christ, it's cold out here. All 49, 50 states and then some.
Oh, yeah, this is the first birthday I stayed inside because I was not going any motherfucking way.
You going out? I ain't going nowhere.
I ain't going nowhere.
This is the cold that wears you out and makes you tired. I was pumping gas the other day and then was sitting in my car for a whole hour. Like, I got to get back out. Because I got to go to the store. Like, I get back out. I don't want to get back out.
This is the perfect weather to be grilling right now.
Grilling where?
I cleared mine off. And made sure I had plenty of firewood. I'm good.
That's the hot spot. Spartan's near the hot spot, so he's like, "I'm near fire. I'm fine."
Right there, I can keep warm and cook food at the same time. Just,
Lady Mandalore. Let people know.
All right, y'all can find me at.
Let me scroll it down. There we are.
There you go. Okay, a room full of
I dropped the ball on that one. That's okay.
What is I saying? Yeah, God, it's only Tuesday. You can find me at Room Full of Blerds on the internet, on Instagram, on TikTok, I'm not on Twitter. I'm there, but I'm not there. If you know what I mean. Like, my account is there, but don't look for me. I also have a podcast that I do on that I do on Sundays at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I am currently in the midst of the beginnings of a comic book reading club. If you would like to join, the comics that we will be reading this week and discussing this coming Sunday are going to be Uncanny X-Men number 201, which is from the range between 1963 and 2011. And then the Storm solo series, her 2023 version, number 1 through number 5, we will discuss on Sunday. Her role as the leader of the X-Men. That's what's coming up.
One of the best leaders of the X-Men. Let's keep
Yes.
that. There's no asterisks. There's no mark. That's just she
Correct.
whooped Scott's ass. Is what I'm saying. And Scott ain't no punk.
And it wasn't even like she was. She tried to give him an out, and he wouldn't take it.
Us to underestimate a black woman.
That's about to say that's what we do.
Like, are you sure you want to do this?
Look,
sure? Okay.
I'm positive.
This is how you know. And I love shout out to Black Nerd Problems because they point out the stuff we've seen all the time, like with Gambit in the kitchen with Gene, and he says, "Ain't enough season in this." I'm just saying. Lady.
Lady.
Grill the horror lady. Geek PR.
What's up, y'all? What's up? I am Lady from Geek by Heart. Me and my husband run Geek by Heart on YouTube. You can find us at Geek by Heart on YouTube and IG and TikTok. We do not speak about the X as well. I actually don't even know if my account is even valid anymore, but whatever. Anyway, we talk about horror movies. We talk about all kind of movies. We talk about trailers. We are currently streaming video games. I stream Hogwarts Legacy. I be trying to stream on Wednesdays and Saturdays. Sometimes it comes up as like Thursdays and Sundays. So you know what? If you follow us on IG, you'll see when we start streaming. But I am trying to do Wednesdays and Saturdays. This Wednesday it will not happen because I should be out. And Jay is streaming Ragnarok Fridays and Sundays after 6:30. He's usually a lot more consistent with his streaming than I am. I'm just starting to get out. So
you're a mother. And you do things, and the educator, and
mother,
multitasker, all that part.
You're busy.
You're in Jersey, dead ass. So I mean, Spartan.
Yes, that is I. Kid free for once because Obi is downstairs and surprisingly quiet. I'm concerned.
Yo, why would say you are?
He's watching Wildcats.
Actually, if he is and he points out to be a grifter mask, I'm gonna laugh. But anyway, Black Fox 447 is where you can find me on the socials. I usually do reviews on everything, including gym stuff, because I do a couple push-ups. I do have a couple of shows. My news podcast, How the Fuck We Got Here, every Wednesday at 7 p.m. Of course, my video game podcast called Get Bit every Friday at 7 p.m. Both podcasts can be found wherever podcasts can be seen or heard from, because we're everywhere now. Also, I am a part of the blerdsiview.org website. I do the column for wrestling. Why? Because wrestling is real. People are fake. Shout out to Mr. Kendi for that one. Again, guys, it's all about the unification. Share. Just don't like and keep it moving. Share and let people know about it. Again, we don't want to cause another Tubi. We don't want to make another napkin rich. We'd rather make ourselves rich. And the only way we can do that is by pouring into each other. That's how content works. Again, guys, 3 simple rules I usually keep up with. Respect the cosplayer at all times. Please wash your ass before you go anywhere, not just cons. Please wash your ass. Please put on deodorant. Please use mouthwash, toothbrush, toothpaste. You're all inside. You're together now, probably for a couple of days. Nobody
or Colgate. It's preferable.
Right. We're all stowed in. Ain't nobody getting out. Well, that didn't sound right. But again, also the last rule I have. The last rule I have for myself is the same rule I have for everybody else. In a world like this, guys, be nice, be kind, don't be a dick, and we'll all be cool.
Right on. The birthday brother in the building.
Thank you.
Yeah, got a couple.
Birthday to ya.
Of course, our cousin Nix is in the building. There's another birthday. Another special shout out. He said
I'll
got
take the
compressor
coupons.
socks
You can
and
keep
the
your damn socks, okay? I had plenty of them shits when I was in the hospital. Fuck you, okay?
Verb gives you the happy birthday.
Thank
Shout
you,
out
man.
to
Thank you, man.
Frosty Phoenix is in the building.
What up, Rod? What's up? Yo, thank you to everybody for all the birthday love today. It has been wonderful. I've gotten overwhelmed more, and of course, none of y'all hit my Cash App and my PayPal, so I don't know how much you genuinely love me. That's fine. That's fine. But
you get to be around us, and we're the gift that keeps on giving.
We pay you an attention.
More than my ex-wife, and I appreciate all of it. From the bottom of my about right here. And anyway, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, blurs of all ages, good evening, good morning, good afternoon. Once again, it is your frosty bearded blur the corner on this day of my 55th trip around the sun. I am blessed and honored to be here. You can find me across social media right there with the name Rat Cha. I will be streaming on Sunday at 8 p.m. Probably going to be doing Diablo 4, talking about all types of BS. I have a convo on Sunday at 6 p.m. with Roxy Hayes. We're going to be chopping it up with one of my favorite people, and I will be reaching out to folks more again.
You're going to be in for a long ride.
oh, trust me. Me and Roxy, we've known each other for a couple of years, so I already know what I'm ready for.
She's a nut.
That's what we're ready for. You can just catch me along with the crew right here. If you guys have any questions about anything, just hit me up through Instagram. I'm going to be doing more TikToks. Definitely going to be doing more reels and stuff on IG. Continuing to bring blurs from the dark into the light because you deserve to be out here with the rest of us, okay? And as I keep telling everybody, please stay nerdy, stay geeky, stay sexy, and support Black content that has an ass to it. If it has something substantial to offer, stay away from all the fucking drama because that's fleeting.
I love Nix. That dude is just truly the cousin of this crew. That
got plenty of that too. Absolutely, don't mind.
That man is the melted chocolate covered pretzel. That's all I got. I love you.
Man. Well, if you haven't listened to my castmates, maybe you will listen to me. Blerd's Eye View is always on Always Press Record TV on Roku and Amazon Fire. Go to alwayspressrecord.com. Also, BNN, this Blerd News Network, scrolling right at the bottom right there. Coming soon to Blerd Station. Why? Because we need an Entertainment Tonight style show to showcase POC creatives on a network that's owned by Black people, that's supporting Black people, and you get to own your IP. So show your love over the Blerd Station. Pick any one of us for your affiliate membership. $10.99 a month. After 36 months, something else that Tubi won't let you do, you get to own a piece of the property. You have a share in the company. So you ain't missing out. So go over to Blerd Station. Go over to Always Press Record. Shout out to Trey Lawson over at Always Press Record. Shout out to Kevin over at Blerd Station. Two dope people that I'm very proud that we're working with and doing great things with. And there are a lot of big things coming down the pipe. Stay tuned. Lord have mercy. Stay tuned. I'm starting to realize what Uncle Fury's talking about. Playing things close to the chest. Anyway, stay tuned. If this is your first time here, so thank you for joining. Thank you for watching. Thank you for participating and commenting on the IG's page and everything. Go over to the YouTube channel, show your love, hit that like button, that subscribe button, that notification bell. You'll see us all throughout the weeks with clips and interviews and full shows and crazy commercials and all that great stuff. Listen to us wherever you listen to your podcast, including Spotify, iHeartRadio, and Apple. There we go. And everywhere else where you listen to, like good pods. So you love. Leave a review. Leave a rating. Have fun. Love everybody. You know, all that great stuff. In the meantime, I want to thank the crew. We're definitely going to be revisiting this. We might do it in the next couple coming weeks. I don't know. But you can catch us live Tuesdays at 8 p.m. on 8 p.m. Eastern on YouTube, IG, and Twitch. Thursdays, same time, same channel. We're gassing this ship up. We are gone. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for joining in. Thank you for having fun. We will see y'all later.